Joining us to discuss all of this, American Frontier Strategy CEO Mehek Cooke. Welcome, Mehek. So we can't ignore the fact that affordability is at the top of everybody's brain, but we do need to take stock in all the positive things that have happened. Let's go through those.
Well, thank you for having me, Marcus and Dagan. We absolutely do. I remember just last year, as Americans were reeling from skyrocketing inflation, the highest in 40 years, crime was up. I watched mothers choose between baby formula and food for their families, how they were going to balance everything. And then we had Republican leadership. And I have to tell you, Marcus, this wasn't an accident. When we're seeing change today, it was direct result of leadership. President Trump and Republicans refuse to gaslight the American people. The president and Republicans have been direct. We have a cost of living crisis. But on day one, President Trump shut down that border so we weren't allowing terrorists and thugs in. On day one, President Trump ensured that DE&I would not be rampant in our schools. He returned education back to parents like me in the great states that we're living in. President Trump has continued to deliver peace and prosperity. And now he's looking at the American people and saying, yes, we have an affordability crisis. And yes, I have solutions for it. The American dream must be attainable. And the fact that he's speaking truth directly to the American people with options on what we can do to drive affordability, that's the type of American dream that I want for my family. And we should be celebrating that because we're no longer reeling from what Joe Biden's America was.
Mehek, it's just, we mentioned Nancy Pelosi talking about how she knows what a Thanksgiving meal costs. I have no idea. But Chuck Schumer's doing the same thing online, talking about grocery prices and SNAP benefits. These people had nothing to say when inflation was rocketing, when it was skyrocketing, when it was their guy in the White House or whoever was running the country when Joe Biden was cognitively deficient. And for them to act like they actually care about people's cost of living and care about people's wage growth is really the audacity of dopes.
Well, it is, but Dagan, let me remind you, Joe Biden and Democrats actually told the American people that inflation wasn't occurring, that it was temporary, that it was transitory, that they could afford their groceries. But I can tell you today, I shop for my family. Egg prices under Joe Biden were $3.48. Eggs today are $1.48 under President Trump. Gas prices are going down. And I know for a fact that families are doing better than last year because you're watching 8 million families that are going to be flying over Thanksgiving break. Ask yourselves, as you sit back on the couch today, where were you last year? Were you making Thanksgiving plans? Were you excited about the future? The answer is no for so many families I've talked to across the state of Ohio, in the heartland, and this is where it begins. The American dream is going to thrive under a president because he acknowledges there's more work to be done, something Democrats refuse to do.
Mehek, thank you for joining us. I think the one thing that we can count on is that 2026 is going to be a much better year, so we should look forward to that.
I'm thankful for it. Thank you.
You got it.